Thank you so much. It was exactly at the right time. We had a power outage and we didn't know where to fix what, and we figured it out. It was my mother. Wow. Technology star here in the house. So she made it run again. Thank you so much, Anna. And thank you very much, Claudia, for being with us and for offering your help. That's really, really appreciated from everybody. We already did a little checkup. That was the last thing we did before I was cut off from the network. And normally we do something like, you know that already, Anna. What do you feel like saying is, and if we have a lot of people, we just say one word, otherwise we give them a whole sentence. So what is your word for today, Anna? What do you feel like?
My word for today is intentional.
Intentional.
Intentional. I am intentional about what it is that I'm doing. And I'm that way from the minute I open my eyes. I'm intentional about waking in gratitude. I'm intentional about a meditation that I do in the morning. And I'm intentional about touching the lives of as many people as I can and helping people not only with this business, but finding great new people myself. So I'm very intentional about the way that I go about my day. So that was more than one word. That was a few sentences.
That was not only more than one word, that was the end of Webster. I've never seen such a great explanation of intentional, so there has nothing to be added to that. And what is your word, Claudia?
My word would be joy. Everybody knows what it means, Freude. It's really my goal to just find joy in everything I do, everything I see. I make it my mission to just spread joy wherever I go, whoever I talk with, and just kind of, you know, beam that joy around me in business and family and life. Truly, that's my words, joy.
Cool. Thank you very much for sharing with us. And my word for today is I'll be back. It's also more than a word. But for the US people, you know what I mean. So, and I have invited Anna because we have this challenge going on for Las Vegas for the Nerium convention. And I think it's a great chance for everybody to just, take part, participate, and let yourself surprise yourself and see how many of us will go there. And I think you shared with me your story, Anna, with your first convention, and I thought it's just a great inspiration to hear that and be the person who has who is inspired by your story and sees that it's obviously possible for everybody, even if you think you are desperately lost. And I don't want to talk more. Let us hear your story.
Certainly. Thank you, Hardy. When I got started in the business now 6 years ago, it was January. And our first national convention was in July, and it was in San Diego. And my sponsor said to me, as soon as I got started in the business, he said, you need to get your ticket to the national convention. What my sponsor didn't know was that I didn't have any money. I was broke. I was about $50,000 in credit card debt and losing my home. And I was too proud to let anyone know that, but it was a tough time financially. I didn't have the money to go. And he stayed on me, and every week or every other week he said, oh my gosh, did you get your ticket to the national convention? And I said, oh no, I'll get it. And honestly, I didn't even know if I would be in the business 6 months later. I really didn't know. I didn't have the confidence. I wasn't sure if Nerium would work for me or not. But I knew that I wanted something different in my life. And he kept on me and he kept on me. So I took one of my first commission checks and I bought my ticket to the national convention. And as soon as I bought my ticket to the national convention, then he said, okay, now how many people are you going to have with you at the national convention. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pressure. I didn't even know if I would have a team because I still didn't have a team yet. I was just starting in the business. And he kept on me, make a goal, make a goal. We need a goal. How many people are you going to have? And I said, okay, I'm going to have 50 people there. And I didn't even think I would have 50 people on my team, let alone 50 people that would come to the conference. And everywhere we went, every party we did, every event we attended, every person we talked to, even if they weren't in Nerium, we would say, hey, do you know about Nerium? Did you know they're having a conference in July? And it was the craziest thing, but we talked about it all the time to everyone, everywhere, every new person on the team, every customer that we got. We just kept talking about it. And by the time July came, I had 127 people come to the conference. And it was amazing because what happened for everyone was that we all got massive belief. We got huge belief because there's nowhere that you can get the type of belief and the type of training and the type of relationship building, and to hear from corporate, and to meet Jeff Olson, and to meet the corporate staff, and to meet people who will change your life forever, like you can when you come to the national conference. And everybody left there so excited and with so much belief. Nerium just wasn't in their brain. It was now in their heart. And what happened out of there 3 months later is I hit 3-star national marketing director, because those people who came learned, they grew, they built relationships, and the biggest thing of all is they built their belief. And so all of you are starting with your Nerium business, and you don't have the same belief that I have or the same belief that Claudia has, and you're really isolated because you're in a different country and you have no way of understanding how big and really how amazing and how life-changing this company is. And the only way to get that is to trust us and let us help you and get your ticket to that national conference. I promise, if it's time off work, if it's the money that you might not have, like I didn't have the money, whatever it is, if you put that target on the calendar for July and in faith you purchase your ticket, everything will happen in the right order to get you the money that you need, the time off work that you need, or whatever it is that you need. But I know Claudia's nodding there. She knows what I'm talking about. I know, Hardy, you know, the national conference will be absolutely amazing in Las Vegas in July. So we will be there, and we would definitely want to meet you if we don't meet you before that, and get to know you and be a big part of your success here. So hopefully that helps, Hardy.
I'm sure that helps. Maybe just I'm a very big fan of very concrete and very small steps.
Mm-hmm.
I know that many people do not have a problem to write down a goal. Some people do not even have a problem to write down a big goal, but many people have a problem to understand that the way to a goal is by making a lot of small steps into the right direction. And what I think is what I would like to share with everybody, and also with the people we work with right now, is just give them the next step. So what are the small steps? And I think, of course, we know that it's calling the 2 people every day, doing all the stuff that is in the success planner. It's all there, and sometimes we just do not see it. We cannot see it yet because we are not participating in the game. We are watching the game. We are reading the success planner. We are not applying it. It's not the same. If you're on the sideline and you're watching the game, it's not the same as if you are in the game. I think for many people, it's just they are so overwhelmed by the beauty and the dynamics of the game that they just forget to get on the field. And what I would like just from you two ladies, just give us some little bits and pieces. What could we do? What, of course, first thing is maybe download the qualifying sheet and just read through it and understand what that means. What does it mean in terms of what do I really have to do? And we find out it's not that much. I think each and everybody here on the call and also the other people in the team, they could do that if they intentionally choose to go there and do the little steps. But what would you recommend from your vast experience? What are things that are easy to do on top of the little things we do already?
You know, I think really that everything with Nerium you'll find is designed to be very simple. It's designed to be simple because right now your number one focus in life is not Nerium. It's your job or your family. It's other things. And so that's why the system is designed for 2 a day. And if you haven't done start.nerium.com, the new brand partner training, it's just the foundation really for your business. In that training, it teaches you to make a list. Because if you don't have a list, you don't have a roadmap, right? The bigger, we say the bigger the list of people, the bigger the paycheck. But to simplify all of that, once you have a list of people and you're organized, I think that, well, I'm going to be really honest and say I had a lot of fear. I didn't want to pick up the phone because I didn't know what to say. And I also felt like I had an agenda. I was coming at people like I wanted them to buy something or do something. And so I took all of that away, and instead I would make 2 phone calls a day, and I would take time to care about the person. That's all. How was your day? How was your family? How was your holiday? What are you doing in the spring? What do you have planned? How are the sports for your kids? How's your husband's job? What's your life like? I've just been thinking about you. I would lead with my heart. And in the process of that, they would say, how are you? What are you doing? And that gave me a bridge to then talk about Nerium. I'm still working at my job, but I'm so excited about a project that I just started with a $1 billion anti-aging company. And then they would say, what? $1 billion anti-aging company? What is it? And they would now be asking me. So instead of me going after them to try to sell them, I would pick up the phone and catch up, and I would lead with my heart. And in that conversation, I would get a bridge to talk about what I'm doing. And I would say, well, I'm still doing my job, but I'm really excited about this project. And they would want to know more information. And then it's very simple because you can send them information and then follow up on the information. And it's beautiful. It really is a wonderful way to talk about Nerium and get yourself in the game. Because once you get in the game and you realize how easy it is, nobody comes to this business being good. We all have to learn, we all have to grow, but if you do it, you get good really fast. And then it becomes real fun, and it becomes almost addicting because you have something that everybody wants. Most people want to look better, most people want to feel better, and I don't know anyone that's allergic to money. So I know Claudia has probably some good things to say here too.
Well, Anna already said it all, basically, but here's the thing, and I can do it in German or English.
Go ahead, do it in German.
Ich weiß, dass das manchmal, und ich weiß nicht, die Leute jetzt dabei sind, ob ihr schon Erfahrung in dieser Industrie habt oder nicht. Ich hatte wirklich keine Erfahrung, deswegen war das Ganze für mich so abstrakt. Mein Mann kam aus der Corporate World und einfach für mich das zu verstehen, wie kann man von zu Hause aus, wie funktioniert es? Wie kann ich, wenn ich mit 1 oder 2 Personen rede, wie funktioniert es? Wie kann ich daraus ein 6-stelliges oder 7-stelliges Einkommen machen? Das hat für mich irgendwie nicht zusammengepasst und es war wirklich ein Abstrakt für mich. Und sehr wichtig ist es zu verstehen, es ist einfach eine ganz andere Industrie. Also wirklich einfach diese Akzeptanz, dass ihr das als abstrakt seht, aber auch verstehen und diese Akzeptanz, aha, das ist was Neues. Vielleicht muss ich einfach ein bisschen besser verstehen, wie das funktionieren kann. Also wirklich Kommunikation mit Hardy, mit Anna, mit mir, mit egal wer das schon mal gemacht hat. Weil ich möchte euch eins versprechen. Das Schöne an dieser Industrie ist wirklich, dass es so egal ist, wie euer Lebenslauf aussieht, was ihr schon mal gemacht habt, was ihr nicht gemacht habt. Jeder kann es wirklich, wirklich machen. Und egal, was ihr für einen Hintergrund habt, was ihr für Erfahrung habt oder keine Erfahrung habt, es gibt schon Leute in Nerium, die mit genau dem gleichen Hintergrund einen Wahnsinnserfolg hatten und genauso wenig wussten wie ihr. Ich war noch nie Unternehmer, ich kannte mich in der Hautpflege nicht aus, ich kannte mich in dieser Industrie nicht aus und hatte wirklich sehr geringe Erwartungen. Aber einfach zugehört. Ich habe wirklich, und ich habe 4 Kinder, also Zeit hatte ich überhaupt nicht. Aber ich war offen, was Neues zu lernen. Ich hatte einfach diese Geduld, okay, und das ist wirklich auch Akzeptanz. Nicht so schnell frustriert sein oder aufgeben oder wenn man was nicht gleich versteht oder nicht gleich perfekt ist, aufgeben, sondern einfach diese Akzeptanz, aha, das ist was ganz Neues, wie eine neue Ausbildung, wie ein neues Studium. Jeden Tag lernt man ein bisschen mehr und dieses ganze Freude dabei kommt einfach über Zeit. Und das Beste ist einfach wirklich kommunizieren mit uns und das Lernen, offen zu sein, was Neues zu lernen. Und 100%, jeder von euch kann in dieser Firma Erfolg haben. Wie gesagt, ich wusste nichts und ihr habt jetzt das große Vorteil, dass ihr Leute um euch herum habt, die es schon gemacht haben. Wir haben schon etliche Leute, die es geschafft haben und ihr könnt euch jetzt auf deren Erfolg und deren Ratschlag verlassen. Am Anfang wussten wir nichts, Anna wusste nichts, ich wusste nichts, so viele Leute wussten nichts und jetzt haben wir für euch schon die ganzen Fehler gemacht und für euch über die letzten 5 Jahre schon herausgefunden, was funktioniert nicht, wie macht man es am besten. Und wegen Las Vegas, der allererste Schritt, den so viele Leute kaum machen, ist einfach mal den Kalender aufmachen und gucken, an welchen Tagen ist das in Las Vegas und einfach schon mal einen Kalender reinschreiben. Einfach schon mal gucken, wie würde das aussehen? Könnte ich eventuell mir Zeit nehmen für die Arbeit? Einfach schon mal diese Schritte in die Wege leiten. Man kann ja hinterher sich immer noch theoretisch entscheiden, ob das dann klappt oder nicht. Aber einfach schon mal diese kleinen Schritte. Wer könnte auf die Kinder aufpassen? Wie könnte ich es mit der Arbeit machen? Und schreibt einfach schon mal in den Kalender rein. Und dann jeden Tag 10, 15 Minuten investieren und es funktioniert für mich immer ganz gut am Anfang. Ich habe mir einfach wirklich einen Alarm in meiner Uhr gesetzt. Okay, jeden Tag von 16 Uhr bis 16:30 Uhr habe ich einfach alles fallen und liegen lassen und habe eine halbe Stunde mich einfach um Nerium gekümmert. Und danach Nerium wieder vergessen, davor bis dahin Nerium wieder vergessen, aber jeden Tag eine halbe Stunde ganz intensiv auf Nerium konzentrieren. Und so, ich hoffe, das hilft ein bisschen.
Super, vielen Dank, Claudia. Das ist genial. Ich glaube, genau das mit der Agenda ist eine super Idee. Es ist wirklich gut, weil sonst trägt man aus lauter Dummheit was ein, was völlig unwichtig ist und geht dann drüber und sagt, kann ich gar nicht, weil da habe ich ja schon was. Dabei ist es völlig unwichtig, wenn man es eigentlich vergleicht. Und das ist etwas ganz, ganz Wichtiges. Und I want to switch back to English so that Anna can hear that as well, because I had a chat with Marco last week. I think he is now with us since 2 weeks. He had last week his first presentation organized. We had 12 amazing people in the room. We have even a celebrity in the room. Wow, which and I think he was very positive about what we did. And what I liked most is when he called me and he said, I got it now. I'm on my way to Germany and I have found out something. I don't ask people if they are interested. And I said, oh, this is cool. So what do you do instead? And he said, I ask them, do you know someone who could be interested in this? So this took all the fear away. And the people at the end of the talk even thought, why aren't you asking me? So you have even more people and you have already a good introduction and it's so easy. And what I like, and this is why I know that Marco will very well respond to your message, Claudia. He said, I would like to do everything playfully and with joy and with ease. Nothing is difficult. And I think we know each other now since quite some time, and I think you can see it. You can see it in his face. You know, he's glowing. That's not his that's not his lamp. I know that. He's like that even in the midst of the sun, and you can see that joy and that playful attitude really shows on the face. And I hope that's it's protected by Nerium Day Cream, by TC3 Armor, so you don't let bad stuff destroy your glowing face. And I really love that, to see how little it takes to really change something. And we had several people that he brought to the meeting who testified that they had a change in their environment. One person said, since I joined your group, my customers, I have 5 times more requests from customers than ever before. How come? You know, it's just a different vibration. It's just radiating a different attitude, and you immediately attract other kind of people. And it was beautiful to see. And they gave full proof of what they say by having these people in the room. And they were really amazing, the people you have. And I think this is maybe one thing that I would like to share with you. I think most of the business is lost in the follow-up. I have worked in the corporate world with people who really made a lot of money. We have sold industrial goods for millions of US dollars. I was personally responsible for more than 2 billion in revenue a year. So I'm not afraid of big numbers. But one thing I can promise, that what I saw is most of the people who were not successful did not make that extra call. They have been disappointed because the customer had another question, because the customer could not yet decide, because they couldn't yet get the budget allocated, and all these things. And what we know from everybody who is in sales since many years, the average contacts you make until you make a connection, a real connection, is 7 to 8 times. So it just does not make sense to call anybody if you're not willing to call the person at least 5 or 6 times again. If you just think after 3 times, oh no, this person doesn't want to join, this person doesn't want to learn, it just might not be the right time. And I think learning not to judge, and learning just to accept that everybody is where he is, and that everybody deserves another chance and another chance and another chance. That's even said in the scriptures, you know, it's 7 times, 70 times we should learn to forgive. That's close to quite a big number. And I think if we really learn to do that, we cannot lose anybody. Everybody over time will appreciate that we never let him go, because we want to be there for the people as long as we are here. And I think if we can radiate that to our market, to the people we want to attract, I'm very confident that we all can celebrate in July and see each other at Nerium convention. Just to summarize what we have heard, I would like to start with Claudia's first tip. When we are finished, open your agenda, write the dates down, download the qualifying sheet, agree with yourself on certain steps that you can do, and let's share that every week. We have every week our call. Let's share it with all the others. Let's share how far you got, because if you start, one thing I can guarantee you, every week you will be closer to the goal, no matter what. You cannot avoid it. As long as you keep going, every step will bring you closer to your goal. And once you look in the mirror and you see that you can't see the place where you have started, it's maybe better just to walk on because the goal is much closer than to go back. So I would really like to encourage, to invite and encourage everybody just to, let's do it together. Don't do it alone. Let other people help you. And I appreciate the help that I get from Anna, from Claudia, and from other people at corporate. You can imagine we had a lot of problems to solve with all these delivery problems, but I really appreciate the help of these people because they bring me closer to my goal. And I think I don't want to make this call too long now because of my power outage absence. And I would like to maybe just give more than one word to everybody at the end of that call. What do you feel like saying? And I want to give the chance first to Anna because I can see her radiate her love and her support. And I would like to, what do you feel like saying at the end of our call?
Oh, I think the biggest thing that I want you all to know is that I know I speak for Claudia and myself and also for Hardy, that we're here for you. We are. This business of Nerium is a gift, and my life has been changed dramatically, and you have so many people whose lives you can change and you can affect, but only if you say something, only if you open your mouth and let them know what you have. So yeah, it's a gift.
Thank you very much, Anna. Claudia, what do you feel like saying?
Ich würde ganz gern sagen, dass man sieht ja manchmal, dass andere Leute erfolgreich sind und man sieht das und man denkt manchmal nicht, dass es für euch ist, für mich ist, für sie ist. Aber alles ist möglich, alles ist möglich. Wir hören jeden Tag Geschichten von Erfolg und Wunder. Und ich möchte, dass ihr alle wisst, wenn alles möglich ist, das bedeutet auch, dass für euch alles möglich ist. Ihr müsst nur Action, Schritte nehmen und euch jeden Tag ein kleines bisschen mehr wachsen lassen und mehr lernen. Und dann ist wirklich alles für euch möglich. Und 100%, was Anna gesagt hat. Wir sind für euch da. Wir wollen euch helfen. Wir können euch aber nur helfen, wenn ihr fragt. Und ich verspreche euch, keine Frage zu klein, zu groß, zu verrückt, weil 100%, ich habe alle Fragen für euch damals schon gefragt. Deswegen jetzt muss ich euch zurückzahlen.
Super, vielen Dank, Claudia. Annik, was fühlst du, was du sagen möchtest?
Vielen Dank für eure Inputs. Ich schätze es sehr, weil ich bin im Moment, ich bin recht frustriert, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Es ist wirklich schwierig. Alle Leute wollen das Produkt, aber niemand will Markenpartner werden. Alle haben Angst vor dem Risiko. Ich habe in meinem Leben viel gemacht. Ich habe immer alles erreicht. Ich glaube, ich werde auch das erreichen. Aber momentan gehe ich durch eine schwierige Phase und ich danke euch, dass ihr uns alle helft.
Dankeschön, Annik. Vielen Dank. Jörg, was fühlst du, was du sagen möchtest?
Also, ich kann mich meinem Vorredner nur anschließen. Herzlichen Dank für eure Unterstützung. Ganz coole Sache. Und ich bin wirklich überzeugt, dass wir das im Team da auf die Reihe kriegen. Ich bin noch nicht so lange hier unterwegs. Ich habe jetzt vielleicht 5, 6 Leute angesprochen. Die haben die Produkte ausprobiert. Werde in ein paar Tagen mal mit 2, 3 Frauen zusammensitzen. Das sind Freunde meiner Frau und dann schauen wir die Produkte mal an. Ich bin frohen Mutes, obwohl ich 3 Sachen momentan gleichzeitig mache. Das 3 ist viel. Also das ist ein Job, das ist ein anderer Aufbau von einem anderen Geschäft, ein kleines, und Nerium. Jetzt muss ich einfach schauen, wie ich das unter einen Hut kriege. Dass ich nicht irgendwie verzettle und zu viel mache. Das ist die große Herausforderung. Aber ich glaube, das packen wir, Produkt ist toll, Firma toll, Leute toll. Ja, jetzt müssen wir nur noch machen und den Arsch hochkriegen, denke ich. Und dann glaube ich, klappt es.
Super, vielen Dank, Jörg. Marco, was fühlst du, was du sagen möchtest? Jetzt kann ich dein Mikro irgendwie nicht live schalten, aber jetzt ist gut.
Das ist ganz toll. Ich freue mich richtig auf die Nerium-Familie. Das macht richtig so ein extremer Zusammenhalt, der sich da bildet. Und ich freue mich sehr auf Los Angeles, werde alles tun, dass ich dabei sein kann.
Cool. Wir fliegen über Los Angeles, aber am Schluss werden wir Las Vegas sein. Ist okay. Aber wir machen Stopp in Los Angeles, auf jeden Fall.
Ah ja, sorry, ja genau. Okay.
Sharam, was fühlst du, was du sagen möchtest?
If it's okay, I'm going to say it in English because I would like to share it with Anna, of course. So as all of my friends here, I would really to thank you from all my heart for your time, for your inspiration. Every moment of it, it's really giving us courage. More personally, I would also to take up Claudia's keywords. That is action and asking for help, and that's I take it really for myself because sometimes we know that things are just laid out in front of us, right? And I am in certain moments a bit, how do you say, stuck to ask more for help, although I know it is there. I know that Hardy is there, Anna is here, now we have Claudia with one person more. So, and I have just to switch and change little things in my daily life because I'm also engaged in a very demanding job, corporate job. And in my mind, sometimes it tells me, well, maybe at the end of the day, you will have more time to do it. And then there is just not enough power anymore, not enough energy. So I have to combine it in order to be able just to start, as you say, Hardy, do little steps and just do it during the day when the enthusiasm and the energy and time is just there, you know. So, but I am totally confident that with such a team and with good motivation, I will do it. I can do it and I will do it.
Thank you for your commitment. Theresia,
yeah.
Willst du, was du sagen möchtest?
Okay, maybe I also say it in English. I was very, it was very helpful for me to hear the stories of Claudia and Anna of their difficult start because I can associate to that because I feel I'm not in it yet. Not in it yet, but I also had a knee operation recently and right afterwards I had to move to another apartment and also move my office. So I did talk to some people, but I did not find yet those who were who got into who were infused about it. They rather thought it was an expensive product or they have no time for such things. And so I'm a bit in this situation. I don't see the path yet, but I just tell myself I wait step by step until I have more time, and I don't put too much pressure on myself. So I'll see how it develops.
Okay. So what I feel like saying is I'm extremely grateful for being able to work together with all of you. It's a real joy. Thank you for it's a real joy. And intentionally, I would like to ask you to bring your people also to these calls, even if they are not yet signed up, just bring them to the calls, let them feel the warmth and the friendship that is here. Just let's do it together. As Sharam described it, it's not difficult. And sometimes it's just give someone a call. Theresia, your leader is not on the call. So I don't know how much instruction you got because I never got your phone number from your leader. That's why I never called you. I send you some emails. But let's not get life in our way. There is always a way to change our perspective. That's the good thing. We live a world of duality, which means every problem must have a solution. Otherwise, it could not exist. And sometimes it's just someone helping you just to look from the other side, not the problem side. And I think by making these small steps, by helping each other, and then by sharing what you have done with the others a week later, you are even in the position to help others, even if you think I have not yet started. But just by sharing your story, how you overcame your fear of talking to someone, I'm sure that Marco's strategy of asking people about someone else has helped tremendously. I know that he has shared that with many people in the team, and most of them, they said, oh, this is very clever, I should try that as well. And my comment on that would just be, no, don't try. Do or do not do. That's like Yoda said. You know, it just not, the try is not, just doesn't work for most of us. So just do it. Just do it. And if you don't feel like doing it, call someone who feels like doing it and let him help you get out of that mood. And I think the more we do that, the more we encourage each other, the more we are become role models for the people in the team, the more we can also see our success. I think we should not really look for the fruits of our action. It will just grow. The more we sow, the more we will reap. And we should not look for the harvest. We should care for what we plant and make sure that it can grow in a good way. And yeah, so I really want to say thank you for everybody. This call was much longer than planned, but I think it was worth going a little bit over time, not only for ourselves, but for everybody who sees the call. I will put it up on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning, so everybody who could not be part of the call can watch it. And rest assured that each and every of your comments is a seed, is a good intention that can create joy in other people's lives. So thank you very much for being here. I wish you all a wonderful evening and hope to see you soon. Good luck for your World Championship, Annick, and your team. Fingers. And, yeah, see you next week.